everybody, again, welcome back to my channel. Just want to do a quick update. The last time I was on here, I think I did like a 35-week update, or it could have been 34. I don't even remember. I've been pregnant for so long, I can hardly even remember how pregnant I am. But regardless, I am 36 weeks now, and I went to the doctor last week and found out all sorts of things. So I really wanted to jump up on here and do a quick video. Most of my symptoms are the same. Nothing has really changed. I'm just really big and my hips hurt and it's hard to move around and get around, doing a lot of waddling, things like that. But so I went to the doctor last week and I didn't see my usual doctor because he was not available. So I saw a different doctor, but my other doctor, my usual one, had ordered an ultrasound to see how big the baby was because I have been measuring consistently 2 weeks ahead. So he wanted to see exactly, or you know, the ultrasound is a ballpark still, but he wanted to see. So they did the measurements on the ultrasound, and I love our ultrasound techs at our clinic. They've been the same two girls the whole time I've been having babies, and they're super sweet, and I've had enough babies now that they remember me when I come in there, and my whole family has been there too, so our name is like, oh, it's another baby. Anyway, so she tells me, she's like, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you this is a really big baby. I was like, great. Well, I was expecting that. Cora, my third, was really big. She measured off the charts at 38 weeks. They couldn't even get, I think it was her head. It was either her head or her belly. They couldn't even get a measurement. It was so big. But at the time that I had this appointment, I was 35 weeks in like maybe 2 days. And she said at that point, the baby was measuring about 7.5 pounds. She estimates she'll be around 9.5 pounds at birth, which is great. That's very exciting. And then, what was it like when she measured her belly? I at the time was 35 weeks. When she measured her belly was measuring like I was 39 weeks. So that's like, seriously? Her head circumference was like in the 99th percentile. So bottom line, she's gonna be big. She's gonna be just like her brother and sisters. We've been on a upward trend. Each baby has weighed more than the last, so I think this one's gonna take the prize for biggest baby. I mean, like, really, seriously, look at this belly. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm at that point now where when I go out in public, people look at me like I'm a freak. Like, really, like, people don't realize the way that they, like, their facial expressions or whatever, but like, I do get a lot of comments, but even people that don't comment, they're looking at me like, oh my goodness, like, she is huge. And it's like, hey, this is just part of life, people. This is, you know, what do you want me to do? This is just the way it is. But then I do get the comments that are hilarious, you know, like, oh girl, you're about to pop, and you know, what'd you do, swallow a watermelon? You know, it's like, yeah. Going to church is great because everybody is like, oh, you poor thing, how much longer do you have? And they're being sweet, and I don't mind it, but it's like, yes, poor me, poor me. Someone put me in the hospital and get this baby out of me. That's what I want to say. Like, I am so over being pregnant. But anyway, the plus side of having that ultrasound, I am what you call a frequent flyer. This is baby number 4. And the ultrasound tech at my office was like, have you ever had a 4D ultrasound? And I was like, no, I never wanted to pay for it. And she's like, well, hang on just a minute. And she goes and gets the 4D probe and comes back in, and she's like, we'll just do a few. So this is what she gave me. So this is her definition of a few. See all those pictures? But this little face is just, it's just so cute. I just want to squeeze her cheeks. I want her to be out of the belly and in my arms. So bad. So anyway, the result of that visit, since the doctor that I was seeing is not the doctor that I normally see, she didn't really she just was like, oh yes, this is a really big baby. I see my doctor tomorrow morning, and he is doing another ultrasound to see how much has she grown, all that kind of stuff. And I have a feeling, because we've done this before, twice, 3 times. All 3 we've ended up inducing because the baby is just really big. And this might be a TMI for some people, but my first baby, Sienna, which you typically do have more tearing with your first, and she was my smallest baby. She was 7 pounds 10 ounces. I had a 3rd degree tear with her, and it was awful, and it was absolutely terrible. So when I was pregnant with my son, who came second, at 38, almost 39 weeks, we did one of these ultrasounds. He was measuring bigger than his sister, and I was terrified because of how bad I tore with the first. So my doctor was like, well, we're just gonna go ahead and schedule you and get him out. And he was bigger than her, but because he was my second, I didn't tear as bad. And then with Cora, I don't even know if I tore at all, even though so far she's been the biggest one. This is just what happens when you have that many babies. So that's probably what will happen. I'll go in there, I'll have the ultrasound tomorrow, and then he'll be like, oh my goodness, that's a really big baby. He'll go and look and see when he's on call, and we'll schedule something for around 39 weeks. That's how it's always happened. And as much as I would like to go into spontaneous labor, I'm okay with another induction. I know what to expect. They're not long, drawn out things for me. With Cora, they started my Pitocin at maybe 8:30 in the morning, and she was born by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it was, it was nothing. I mean, I'm not saying it was nothing. I mean, it hurt like crazy, but it was a very straightforward, by the book labor. I progressed very well. So I'm not worried about it. I know that there are some women who have inductions, especially with their first baby, and they can be in labor for hours and hours and hours, and then they end up having a C-section anyway because their bodies just aren't ready for labor. I just don't foresee that happening, knock on wood. I mean, I hope not. That's never happened before. Even with Sienna, with my first, it was pretty straightforward. So with that being said, we'll see what happens. Again, I'm miserable. I told him that last time I was there, that I'm completely miserable. I can't really, I'm not sleeping very well. I don't really have an appetite, which is really weird, except for popsicles. I could eat popsicles all day long. It's like they're not filling. They don't I don't know, they're so good. But anyway, I'm at that point. I'm also chasing around 3 other kids during the day. So I'm tired. Mama is tired. I'm in bed by 10. I get up when everybody else gets up. I get Sienna ready for school around 7. And I mean, if I sit down, I'm I gotta get up. I gotta keep moving because I'm gonna fall asleep. So we'll see what happens. Also, I told you the last time in the video they were going to do the test, or they did the test for cholestasis, I think it's called. But they did all my blood work. Everything came back normal for that. They are going to repeat that this week just to be on the safe side, but the itching is basically gone. And I really think it was just about a very, very dry skin. I haven't been using anything on it or anything like that, but it's warmed up, and as soon as it warmed up a little bit, the itching went away. So I really think that's all it is. I really think it's just really dry skin, and with the blood results being negative, I'm not too concerned about it. But they are going to repeat it just to make sure, because that's not something you want to just dismiss. So tomorrow morning we'll know. He may not want to schedule anything yet. He might want to see what happens like the following week, which I'm just like, we're at this point where you have to go to the doctor every week, and then most of the time, like, you walk in there and they're like, do you want me to check you? And you're like, not really. And then it's like, all right, we'll see you next week. And it's like, dude, this took so much of my time, like getting over here and finding someone to watch my kids. Like, really, just for that? So I hope we go ahead and make a decision tomorrow. That would be ideal. If you see behind me, these are my hospital bags. I have them all packed and ready to go. As soon as I get done with this video, I am gonna do my what's in my hospital bag video. I will not upload them at the same time. I'm trying to get everything filmed just in case something crazy happens and I go into labor early, which would be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that one filmed, and then probably tomorrow after my doctor's appointment, I'll jump back on here and do another video to let you know what the verdict is from tomorrow's appointment. So keep an eye out. I'm sure I'll be posting on Instagram as well about what the decision is and all that good stuff. Or we might just keep it a secret. I don't know. But either way, we're having a baby soon. That I know for sure. So anyway, if you thought this video was helpful and you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And also, if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel so that you will never miss another video. Thanks, guys. Bye.